Hi, my name is Nicole Godoy, and today we're going to talk about slavery.
John Keegan affirms that nobody knows how and when began slavery and slave-trade, but speculates that probably was part of the usual social order in the old pastoral societies and people of the steppes.
Usually during the ancient world, the civilizations of Mesopotamia, Egypt, China, Greece, and Rome made laws and customs to legitimize and regulate it. Slavery was widely practiced in the North Europe, Sub-Saharan Africa, pre-Slavic Arabia, and Southeast Asia and Japan, and existed although on a smaller scale in the Western Hemisphere until the more colonial.
Remember some slaves that mark the history. The first is Philip Wheatley, the slave poet of the Revolution, who, although she was born in Africa in 1753, was sold in Boston in 1761, learned to read and write. The dog owners taught her and how she had a classic education. That means she also learned Latin and Greek, and reached a much higher level than many white women of the time. Was the first black woman to publish a book in 1773. She supported the American Revolution, but she died early at 31 years old.
One is her truth. She was born in slavery in 1797 and was sold 4 times. She escaped in 1726 and was the first black woman in winning a lawsuit against a white man. Being free, she became a defender of women's rights, and her position was against slavery in favor of the civil rights of Afro-Americans. She is widely known for her speech, I Am Woman, that was pronounced in 1851 in the Ohio Women's Rights Conventions in Akron, Ohio. She died in 1783.
An important slave is Kunta Kinte. He was born in 1750. When he was 17 years old, was taken to America by ship to be sold as a slave. King was rebelled against the domination of his owners and in one of the most remembered scenes. He was tied to a tree and was subject to lash while they asked him what his name was. Of he there is a movie Calle Road.
The monument was built in honor of Kunta Kinte in 1981. It's one of the few monuments in the world that bears the name of an American slave. Other examples of slave stories are those of Zambic, of Quilombo or Palmers in Brazil, who was the leader of Black Slave Revolution. The Busa in Barbados, the Juan Sebastián Lebaubica in Santo Domingo, the Bencos Vivo located in Colombia, the slave Gaspar Yanga, Veracruz, Mexico, founder of the city of Yanga, Veracruz, the first son of freedom slaves in America. Founded in 1570, recognized by the Spanish crown in 1620. It is a set of 4 life-size bronze stairs. The monument to Kunta Kinte shows Alex Haley with a book in his lap, telling the history of his family to children of 3 different ethnicities.
In his speech, he said, "I have a dream, one dream, keep dreaming, dream of freedom, dream of justice, dream of equality, hopeful, in no longer erected to dream team." 55 years later, nevertheless, nobody exists slavery in the form of forced labor for adults and children in meaning. The agriculture of Domer chores, among others. Many times modern slavery is likened to sexual exploitation. Legally, slavery means that some people treat others as their property without taking into account their basic rights and desires. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, approved by the ONU General Assembly in 1948 expressly prohibits slavery and the slave trade in all its forms. But it is no end goal. People need to feel safe and free.
Dreaming of freedom. Nowadays, not only does slavery exist for being black, also exists for being a white person, for being poor. People are being enslaved because many people who are poor don't have how to different of many people who are trying to become us in their slavers. Maybe in a job, in a political campaign, in a brother, in a mine, among others. Slavery continues to exist and it can follow be a dream. It has to be a reality. People's rights have to be respected, and we have to fight for the future for the humanity. We have a dream. Our dream is to be free and to live in a peace world. See you later.